Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CCG Vanilla Command & Conquer Generals. I am Owner's Machine of the Generals Gentlemen.
I am Marcon Hawk of the General Gentlemen.
And I am Murder.
Yay!
Oh, murder!
Our analyst and insight for today, he is a man that knows this game, and I am incredibly keen to be casting CCG because I have managed to get the full screen working, and I have been doing that by using my spare PC that isn't actually running Windows 8. Windows 8 and Gentool is just like, nope. It works on Zero, but not for the Generals apparently. But that's okay, because at the top we do have Danzor. I forgot what was it called, Murder? Is it Danzor?
DM Wendinho, it's Danzor.
Danzor as our
Pretty known
orange
player.
As our orange GLA.
And down the bottom here we have Chuck, I'm assuming.
It's Viking!
It's Viking! Oh my god, it's Viking! Cool! Viking as our pink USA.
Yes.
Of course, no generals given. We are on CCG, and we do see Mr. Viking sending a nice aggressive dozer out to deny that side tunnel.
But it looks as though that's going to be a dead worker, but he missed it.
Come on, Viking! Viking, no! Quickly! Ah! 100%, and that dozer could be going down. Man, that's depressing.
Yep.
Oh, Viking, no! Don't lose your dozer.
Viking.
That's catch you later.
Viking not murdering, that the best. And before we proceed, I just want to have a little bit of a disclaimer. Blake is under the influence of alcohol.
Considerable amount of alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
So just
I
bear-
just got back from a very, very big night of clubbing. Very, very hard
Poor
clubbing.
viewers.
So we'll see how we go.
Bear that in mind. Actually, I forgot to mention, there was the Terror Colors took down the power of Viking. So it looks as though there's actually an oil cap coming out from Danzor, but that first one will get denied by the Humvee, but the other one should be fine.
It should be indeed. I like how they got that side tunnel. That's really going to secure that oil and give him a good control over that right-hand side. Killing that dozer really gave him such great control over the side. It's so hard for USA to try and, deny the tunnels when they don't get the supply trucks that China do. They just have to rely on dozers that are, so expendable and so easy to kill. So not expendable, I suppose.
Well done, Blake. So this Humvee will take down some of these RPGs. It's going to drive into the tunnel, but there is the only one supply here for Danzor. Because he went for the double oil cap. The Humvee won't claim any more workers, unfortunately. But it looks as though the oil cap has finished at the top oil here for Danzor. And so, while we seem to have some time here, what do you seem to think about this matchup, Murder?
You mean in general, or how
Well,
this
in
game
general.
in particular?
Yeah.
In general, I think it slightly favors USA. It's all about getting through the early game, and then you basically outscale GLA in terms of gen points, unit combinations, everything basically. But GLA has the power to get ahead before USA can really get strong, so I say it evens out. Player
kind of
skill decides a lot.
So kind of like early aggression through terror techs and like a fast aggression against
RPG.
USA. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's a nice terror tech there from Danzor. Managed to take out the supply. We are actually seeing a double War Factory Tau Humvee spam here from Viking. That is not something you ever see in Zero Hours, relying on the Tau missiles as opposed to the actual missile defenders inside of those Humvees.
Oh, the oil is being capped by Danzor. We'll have to see if that gets denied by the Vs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
taking
uncommon in CCG as well, but
Really?
Viking
Okay.
did a really smart thing by boxing in his dozer with the second War Factory.
Okay.
Where is it? I've lost his... Oh, there it is. Yeah, moved it out.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
a bit of unit preservation, because you really got to make sure you hold on to that dozer if you have lost your first dozer, because then it's the only one you have left. I would like to see Viking get a command center pretty soon, because it's such a risky game, especially against GLA, who can snipe dozers so easily with tech terrors and tech RPGs.
Yeah, as well as sniping any buildings that actually exist, especially if that dozer gets taken out. The War Factory and other buildings are just so easy to be taken out. It looks like Danzor's going to do a fair bit of damage to these Vs on the corner, but the top oil has now been taken out by Viking.
If you look at Viking's Chinook splitting with Gathering, he's not doing it right. He has
Oh,
4
man.
Chinooks collecting on the secondary. He should divide them 2 by 2, and then the spare Chinooks should collect from the middle. That's
Yeah,
the way to do
exactly.
it.
Because there are some garrisons there, though, for Danzor, but he can use, like, the Ranger drop or go for some flashes, but they're all Danzor has is Viking actually has is just these Talvies here. He's got to be careful because these Scorpions are the ideal counter to these Humvees. Viking's going to really have to position his Humvees accordingly and make sure he can deal with that. So what do you think the best sort of strategy for Danzor against this Humvee spam would be?
Just wait until his Talvies approach his tunnels and then pop with Scorpions and kill all of them, basically. But what he needs to do as well is expand more and attack from multiple sides from the map, so USA has a harder time defending.
Yeah,
it's a nice point. I really love these Scorpion rockets. They're actually going to rip through those Talvies.
Oh man, that fully heroic scrapped up technical gets taken out, and that's such a shame because those are so powerful. It just gives like the GLA such a bigger anti-infantry ability, and actually a couple of missile defenders are being mixed in for that laser. That's going to take care of these Scorpions, but there's just so many Scorpions on the way here for Danzor. The Humvees are actually moving into engage, but these laser locks are going to have to be very important, only taking down one of them, but it will definitely force off the Scorpions and keep that war factory alive.
Yeah, I'd love to see Danzor trying to split those missiles from the Scorpions to try and take out as many infantry as possible, as they kind of do rely on the missiles to take out the infantry. What do you think, Murder?
Yes, definitely. He needs to, like, micro them properly with the X button to, like, prevent splash damage. But another point I want to point out is Danzor has went for a fast palace despite losing his right oil, and he's preparing a terror attack.
Yeah, I think this is the first time in CCG I've actually seen the GLA go for a palace before the double arms dealer. Double arms dealer, sort of like Scorpion spam, seems to be something that you see very often here, but it looks as though Viking will go for another Humvee push on the side. Is actually containing Danzor pretty hard, and that's usually the opposite of what you see in GLA vs USA, but finally getting the order, that's going to be a huge victory there for Danzor, not able to prevent it that time around, but these Scorpions are moving in. There's a couple of Crusaders mixed in, they're going to be awesome against those Scorpions. The Paladins are usually the better choice because of that point laser defense that zaps down the Scorpion rocket.
Yeah, really good
exactly,
force off
but
there.
he doesn't have the upgrade yet.
Yeah.
You need level 2 if you pick drone.
Ah, okay, of course.
Of course, yeah, for the upgrade for the drones.
Unlike 1.6 where you can get like both.
Yeah, like instantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Looks like we've got a terror tech moving in as well from Danzor right on the side after drawing away. Oh, that's 5 terrorists as well. He might even be able to take out the that supply. The supply's going down and probably be going for something else now.
The Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers got to kill those Rangers. Fairly important units.
Yeah, but it's looking
As
pretty
you
good
see,
here.
Viking is attacking up as well. As if he has S&D up, he can outrange his Scorpion soon. So that's the point where Danzor has to get buggies to outrange him.
Oh, Toxin Shells. That's a good move there from Danzor. That's going to give him fantastic ability to deal with these missile defenders here. The Scorpion Shells with the Toxin are very powerful. And I don't think there's the radiation upgrade from the Strat Center, is there, in CCG?
Nope, there is not. So
Ah.
they're pretty effective against infantry.
Yeah, I bet. So we may have to see some more Scorpions to deal with this. But there's actually a pretty huge push here. About 10 Scorpions or so are moving into the base of Viking here. And these Scorpions are just chunking through the army. But there are the Humvees on the flank, while the missile defenders in the backlines are actually doing a lot of damage. And Search and Destroy has been popped just now. Not quite in time, but these Scorpions are slowly getting withered away.
Gonna give some nice range, not only on the bees, but also on the missile defenders that are trying to laser lock down those Scorpions. Look at those Scorpions just get absolutely demolished by the laser locks coming out from Viking.
And there's just that many Humvees.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not the right counter, but there was enough of them there. I like how Danzor was like near the barracks to try and crush the missile defenders as they were being spawned.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't actually seen any control in the middle taken by Danzor yet. We haven't really seen any central supplies. Is that something you normally see, Murder, or do you normally see kind of like more
Yes.
aggression before?
Usually it's vital in this matchup for GLA to like instantly take middle and control the game from there, but as you see in this game, that wasn't the case.
Okay.
Especially because with all the garrisons there, it can be quite easy to hold usually, because then the USA has to get flashbangs, which doesn't really fit into the playstyle. A10 Strike is moving
But
in though.
Later on, it's easier for USA to take middle if they have enough army to back it up.
Oh, looks as though Viking's going to actually take down the palace here. That's a huge blow there for Danzor, losing the palace production. He does have one black market though, which is quite nice, getting his command center up now. And so with that black market, he can get those upgrades like the armor piercing shell, giving those scorpions more damage on that rocket ability.
Yeah, really fantastic timing there from Viking, combining the A10 strike with the fact that he was moving his Vs in anyway, managing to take out the palace well before Danzor could actually do anything to deny that push. And looks like we'll be seeing some scorpions moving down the middle. Whole line has now been initiated, probably for some defense against those scorpions on the probably the barracks, the forward barracks.
Yeah, interesting choice though. We actually have a Jarman as well on the field, so fortunately Danzor managed to get the Jarman before the palace got sniped, so that's going to give him some really effective anti-infantry attack there. And so we are seeing some middle supplies being mined, which is fantastic, but they may be sniped by some quads because of the incredibly long range they actually have. Danzor trying to get a tunnel up here, but Viking, he knows what's up. He sees he's going to snipe that and take that down.
Yeah, it's very, very well done. I'd really like to see Viking try and take control of his own oil at this point, but I mean, Danzor has really good control of it, and look at those buggies just start to rip through the Vs.
Very good tunnel popping from Danzor. He just keeps killing his units one by one without losing anything.
He's got the buggy upgrade now as well, so those buggies are going to be much more effective, but he only has 2, and until he rebuilds that palace, which he is actually now, he can't resume production. So another tunnel pop, sniping down more and more on these Humvees. Looks as though Viking didn't actually get the chance to take one of them down. Another tunnel pop as well. Yeah, look at these tunnel pops, it's so nice. He's sniping down units not only with the buggies, but also with the scorpions, and he just tunnel pops them back in before Viking has a chance to counterattack.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's barely using limits. Lost one scorpion there, and hopefully the other ones don't actually get taken out. Must be microing something else at the moment. Gonna lose a couple of scorpions there. Very, very unfortunate.
No, I think his tunnel capacity must be full.
Ah, that would be a very good point.
It's only like 12 or something, and so that may buy Viking the chance to actually take that out and kill the oil director. And that's going to be very important, because that's basically giving Danzor the economic edge, but actually a Comanche.
Yes, there comes the counterplay. I mean, he has 0 quads and he just made a Comanche.
But I think we just saw the power actually go down for Danzor. Very fantastic.
Jarman must have sniped the dozer and captured and got the power husk. That is very important, very nice play, because that gives him double production.
He even tried to build a tunnel with the captured dozer there, but Viking prevented it in time.
That would have been fantastic to see, wouldn't it? To see a dozer building a tunnel.
Yeah, one thing I got to say about CCG, I quite like how you typically see more airplay, because quads in 0 hour are much, much stronger, so they're usually spammed a fair bit, so that you don't really see as much Air Force. So hopefully we see some pretty Air Force coming out of Viking here, but he also has Tomahawks too. So Tomahawks and Comanches, they're going to be really strong against buggies, but a lot of it will come down to the positioning of the Scorpions and also quads now being mixed in.
Yeah, quite a lot of unit mixing coming out from Viking. Looks like Viking's going to do a bit of a tunnel pop here. Going to snipe down one of the V's, pop right back into that tunnel, but the Tomahawk is going to start firing as well.
Yeah, Scorpions are actually moving in. Yeah, that tunnel capacity really seems to be a pain in the ass here for Danzor, as he's actually throwing away a couple of Scorpions. He's got nowhere to retreat them. And so, it looks as though for now we're seeing just a bit more Humvees and these Comanches come out from Viking, trying to take care of these left tunnels, but meanwhile, a pop on the right-hand tunnels could take down the Stratson. It's going to be a huge blow here.
Going to come right for the Stratson. We have to remember that I think it's Hold the Line has still been initiated at the moment, so it's going to take a little while for that Stratson to actually go down. We'll have to see if Viking pulls any Comanches back to try and defend this push. That Stratson is going down quite fast to those buggies and the Scorpions.
Yeah, Viking's just out of position, moving in the Comanches now, but there is, I think, only one quad, so that shouldn't be a huge deal. But the tunnel now just coming out should be able to reinforce some more of them. The Comanches just taking down the quad instantly. Now there's nothing left to defend. The tunnel has actually finished, and so the A10 strike's also being called in.
Yeah, this is really nice. Actually, really good play from Viking. What do you think of this move into the airfield units there, Motor?
Oh, the power!
It's really good, because he forces his opponent to move to start building a weaker unit versus ground forces like quads, and therefore, yeah, the counterplay comes in, and he forces his opponent to mix with a weaker type of unit.
Those Comanches are sniping down the quads, and then they have free reign. They're already vet 2 on both of them. The command center was being focused, but wasn't taken out in time, and now these Scorpions will get mopped up, but not before losing several more quads. The cool thing about the Toxin Shells, they also kill the pilots too if they land there for long enough. But yeah, I gotta say, that A10 strike was incredibly important for Viking because it killed not only the black market, but the power plant, and that's really crucial. Bit of a blunder there from Danzor, actually positioning the power plant like next to a black market.
Yeah, fantastic work from Viking, as well as the fact that those Comanches just really paying off. Unfortunately, losing a Tomahawk missile launcher there, but those Comanches are forcing the quad builds coming out from Danzor, and they've been paying off so well. Look how fast they're actually betting up, and oh my god, is that a Toxin Tractor? What? Does that even exist on the machine?
Yeah,
sure?
Toxin Tractor exists apparently. But yeah, these Comanches, and keep in mind, Viking does have the advanced training upgrade giving him increased veterancy rate, but these Toxin Tractors are clearing out all of these garrisons, and looks as though Danzor is actually focusing it down, but all these Comanches are actually getting taken out here. 2 quads, we'll get both of them, and these pilots will surely be next. Only one of them escaping, but it looks as though he almost killed the arms dealer.
Yeah, really nice pop there that we saw from Danzor.
An unnecessary loss nonetheless. Losing those 3 Comanches is really a big blow.
Yeah, very good point.
They could have decided the game.
Yeah, very good point, because definitely with the amount of tunnels that he's been flying them over, I mean, you'd think the Viking would have predicted at some point there would have been a quad pop from Danzor.
Well, that just means that now that there's pretty much no Comanches, there's only one, it means that Danzor doesn't have to build as many quads, which is going to give him an easier time dealing with the ground army. It's not like he really killed the workers would have been a better choice. We went for the War Factory, which is weird. So Search and Destroy being popped is going to be fantastic, going to give him a lot easier time on the ground actually, but these buggies are sniping down more and more the Humvees. Another Comanche though will fly over the quads and get taken out instantly. But these Humvees are very powerful. They even got a couple of missile defenders inside of them for that extra firepower.
Yeah, a few quads getting taken, so a few buggies getting taken down there, but at the expense, Viking losing one of his last Comanches. Only having about 1 left, I'd say, at this point. Those V's are doing quite well, and we do see Danzor going to be firing down on those garrisons, trying to take as good control of the middle as possible while building that middle supply. Yeah,
the issue I think here for Viking is that Danzor has 3 black markets rather. And basically Viking only has the middle supplies. There's no supply drop. There's 1 supply drop zone now, but he has to rely on these middle supplies, which he lost these the Comanche thing. So no, never mind. That's a Ranger. He needs these middle supplies, and basically Danzor has map control. He has RPGs on the ground. He has quads, so he's going to be able to focus down those Chinooks if he's paying attention.
So what's your
opinion? The thing is, Viking has a Burton out. And that's a really good weapon to destroy black markets, especially if they're unprotected.
Very good pick up there, Murder. We'll have to have a little hunt around
here it
and
is.
see where our bend is. Here we go, working up the left-hand flank there like an absolute boss going for those black markets.
Yeah, Burton's definitely here to party, but there is a tunnel there, and also the radar van. That's going to be important because it will detect Burton, but of course, Burton can kill it really fast. So these Rockvies are really powerful, especially with the veterancy.
Yeah, absolutely ripping through there. We do see the Toxin Tractor still alive in the middle. My
God.
God!
It was a veteran Toxin Tractor.
Best Toxin Tractor I've seen ever. I'm pretty sure. I think it was just like hunting rangers every day, like the entire time. Just
Fuel
been,
air bomb.
Ground.
That's going to be incredibly powerful here. Can't actually kill any buildings, but with the A10 strike it can, and the Humvees in the back line gonna mop up everything here on the janitorial duty. Can finish off the holes, but not the Palace. Is gonna have to evac his Humvees. The Burden actually, nice work there from Viking. He's gonna take down those black markets. Vet 2 on the Burden from 1 black marker. The quad and the buggy's moving in, but there's just too many ground units here for Viking.
Yeah, fantastic push, taking down several tunnels. It was nice how he combines the fuel air bomb, the A10 strike, with his own actual push. So those missile defenses are being taken down, and Burton's just sniping away at those black markets. Thank you for the free veterancy workers.
Yeah, Burton's definitely not messing around here, but these RPGs from Viking are trying to take down more and more what they can.
Yeah, I know. Looks like it might even be game at this point. Very dangerous game for Danzor. Or Danzor.
Yeah, he pretty much wasted too much buggies. They're expensive. Plus, he bought the upgrades for them, so you can't afford to lose that many to like a few Vs.
Wow.
It's too much
Burton just-
mistakes.
Burton just casually 1v1ing a tunnel. You see that?
What you got? What you got, Tunnel? You ain't got nothing. I'm a Vet 3 Burton. I do what I want.
Yep.
They're absolutely crazy. So yeah, very good aggression from Viking. I thought it was gone at a point there, and he's really pushed back.
Yeah, he definitely made that large pull. I think Murder was right on the ball there, where those Humvees just got too much vet, and Danzor just lost way too many buggies, and it just meant that he had no real way of defending that Humvee push. Yeah, anything else to say?
That's basically it. The replay shows that USA has a combination of forces that can just outscale GLA. The gen points plus the air, plus the paladin combination with Vs. It's hard to deal with as GLA if
Yeah, it would
you
be
can
very
group up in
difficult.
time.
And there's some Murder's GLA player biasm right in our faces here, but
Slightly, but
Yeah.
I've played from both sides a lot against a lot of players, so you know what to do, what not to do.
yeah.
Basically.
I also think that Danzor could have got through his middle supplies a lot earlier than what he did. He definitely had like map control for quite some time. He didn't really capitalize, I don't think. But yeah, well played here. And
He didn't benefit enough from the middle. Like he had a tunnel there. He could have expanded further and like gather supplies from there, but he never did that.
Like rather than the black markets, probably would have been better
would've
just
been
going
better
for the middle
move.
supplies, defending them. But yeah, that was a pretty fun game, and thank you for joining us, Murder.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. It's an honor. Always a pleasure.
Alrighty. Until next time, we're the Generals Gentlemen. You gonna say something?
I could say something.
Yeah,
It's
what?
been a pleasure. Thank you guys. Thank you, Murder.
I just awkwardly looked at him. He didn't say anything. All right. Goodbye.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.